I keep getting these bing, bing, bings. Am I live? I think I'm live. Okay. Well, welcome to nobody, because right now it's still just me. I have a total of 0 viewers. I did just click, tweet that it was going live now, but it actually took me a minute from when I tweeted I was going live until I actually managed to go live. And I'm sure that I'll have somebody viewing before it actually tells me somebody's viewing, because the whole system seems to be slow. When I talk, there's a 10, 15, 30-second delay until people actually see that. Don't know how long it is. And I'm pretty sure there's a delay in the number of viewers updating. I'm not saying that well. I'm pretty sure there is a delay in people actually starting to view when I see the number of viewers updated. So currently it sits at 0, and I sit alone up here in the computer room. So maybe I should retweet and say, actually, yes, I really truly am live now. Oh, I have 2 new notifications. Oh, that is great. Whoa. That's probably, oh, no, that is something totally unrelated. I have finally put up a new Sparkuus Team Racing video today, and people are commenting. Okay. Ooh, I've only got 16% power on my phone. I wonder if that will last. We shall see. So, I'm going to say this wrong. Jay Ruiz Ayala and his sons have got their Poke ready. Oh, and Yan. I'm not sure what that is. You'll have to tweet me or comment and tell me. Oh, shoot. Now I lost the map. I completely lost. There it is. I couldn't find the window. Okay. So the questions box is open. Feel free to tweet. And comments okay, too. I can figure out where to find them this time. Oh, we got someone here. Ah, yes. So, Erpatitube. Hello from Jose, Inaki, and Ferran. Well, hello to you guys. How's the Pokey? Ooh, whoa. Like an earthquake there. I've got this computer and microphone, which for some reason is below the camera view, set up on this little table just because I liked this angle. Actually, I was going to do it a little more that angle. I don't know why. There. It's the corner of the room. Corners look better, don't they? I don't know. So, I guess I might as well really get things started. So I'm calling this Sweet Tooth Saturday. I almost called it Thursday. Oh, let's see. The Yum Yums are Meiji products. Poke is great. Poke is always great. I've never tried Yum Yums. But I am going to try something else. Today is called Sweet Tooth Saturday Live because, well, partly I didn't want to edit. If I combine a Sweet Tooth Saturday product review with a live stream, I don't actually have to edit it. Ooh, I better remember not to get too loud, too, though, because I'm upstairs and there are 4 children asleep up here in separate rooms, of course. Or not in this room, whatever. So, today I have 2 sodas, which I'm not going to drink overly amount of, which I'm not going to drink an overly great amount of because it's already after midnight. But first, Strong Zero Pepsi. Now, I don't know too much about this except that I saw a TV commercial and it showed all these Pepsi fans getting really excited about this brand new Pepsi, Strong Zero Pepsi, and they said, it's only available in Japan, and I think a little baby started crying. So apparently this is a Japan-only Pepsi. I'm not a huge Pepsi fan, but I thought, give it a try. Why not? If I wasn't here in Japan, I couldn't try it. Okay, so smells like regular Pepsi. I don't know what's supposed to be so strong about it. It doesn't really taste like regular Pepsi. I mean, it does. Excuse me. It does taste like Pepsi, but usually my impression of Pepsi is that it's a bit overly sweet, This does not taste overly sweet. So it's Pepsi, but it's less sweet than regular Pepsi. That may be the zero sugar, 0 calories. I'm not sure. Sorry, Pepsi. I like Coke better. I'm not a big cola drinker anymore, but I can't see me ever buying this again. There's just something off. That's it. It tastes like kind of Pepsi that's gone off. It's just a little wrong. If you want to check it out, though, there is a website on the back. Yeah, whatever. And the bottle did not make that sound. Pepsi.co.jp. I get 1 Pepsi Strong point on this label. Oh, I'm thoroughly unimpressed. I do not like it. There goes a sponsor. No one has ever sponsored me. The closest thing I've come to a sponsor is the time that one of my students asked me to come to his sake brewery and make a video for his place. It wasn't really a sponsorship deal, although I did get some free sake out of it. Does that count? It wasn't really product placement. Oh, no. I do not like this. Usually I can drink Pepsi and it's okay, but I find it a little overly sweet. This is kind of gross, actually. Ugh. Ooh, no. Let's see what we got. Oh, we got action on my Sweet Tooth Saturday Live. That's great. Hello, Eric Kim. Wahaha. First to comment, Eric Kim. That's actually great that there's a comment because now I can follow that link back. Because usually, for some reason, I just cannot yet understand. I do not get shown my own video link. I don't know how to find my live stream video in order to see comments showing up on it without someone first commenting and getting it emailed to me, and it's really weird. Oh, but I did find a message from me, sort of, from YouTube, asking me if I'm going to watch the Sweet Tooth Saturday Live. My answer to myself is, no, I'm not going to watch it, but I will give it a +1 on Google Plus just for no reason. No, I'm not going to watch it because I'm busy making it. Okay. Now I get my page open. Wahaha, first to comment. There we go. Now I can refresh that. Thank you very much, Eric Kim. Oh, and I've already got a like on Twitter from Mr. Eric Kim liking my YouTube video, Sweet Tooth Thursday Live, Saturday. I'm so used to saying Sweet Tooth Thursday that I trip over Sweet Tooth Saturday. Oh, well. Oh, and Repetitive says, that was an awesome video. Oh, talking about the sake brewery visit. Don't forget the sake jar you also got from the same person. Yeah, from the same person, from his brewery, over 100 years old. So that would have been commissioned by his great-grandfather or grandfather. Some local potter, I would guess. It could have been Arita. But yeah, beautiful. It's in the closet next door. Because I would love to have it on display, but with small children around, it wouldn't survive. It's lasted over 100 years. I'd like it to last a lot longer, and it just wouldn't with my kids, I'm sure. I look kind of shiny. I tried turning on a studio light just to see how that would work, but it kind of putting down. It's giving me a very shiny forehead. I still got to work on studio lights. Okay, so if you're tuning in late, I just drank some Pepsi Strong Zero, or Strong Zero Pepsi, which is a Japan-only Pepsi variety, apparently. And it's terrible. Why do I keep doing this to myself? If you got any questions, post them up. I do have one more soda to review for this Sweet Tooth Saturday Live, but I figured, gotta stop kicking the table. I figured I might as well give it some time and spread them out a little bit. If I do it all at once, it's just, well, that's over. Because it's not just a Sweet Tooth Saturday product review, sweets review, junk food review, Tooth Art review. It's also a live stream. And I'm here for your questions. Ooh, actually, I have to admit, this almost didn't happen. I've been feeling pretty bad today, and even up until about 10 minutes before, I started broadcasting, I was thinking of canceling. But, I just tough it out. Why not? Okay, I keep losing the page. There we go. Okay, Repetitive asks, could it be the Pepsi Strong is not as sweet because Japanese adults tend not to like things that are too sweet? And that sound means it's time for the bonus question. No, actually, that sound means email and or tweets, but this is email. Eric Kim. Okay, we'll answer this one first. It could be. I really don't know. But it's less sweet than regular Pepsi you buy here. Now, Pepsi does not have as strong a presence as Coke does, at least in this area. You do not see Pepsi as often, but it is available. If you look for it, you can find it. Why do I keep doing that? I gotta stop doing that. That's terrible. I'll have to finish it off at some point. I don't want to just throw it out. I might, though. It could be. I don't know. I don't know if that's Pepsi trying to win market share away from Coke or not, but at least as far as my taste buds go, it's not a winning strategy. I do not want to open that bottle again. Okay. Pilot says, thanks for being a trooper and pulling through. Well, I haven't died yet, so I'm doing okay. Okay, and the comment on the video that I got an email here. Is there, in your team racing races, why don't you guys use the sprint dash motor? If it's an open class race, I believe they are the fastest and competition permitted. Well, yes. In the open class, not sweet dash. I'm mixing up everything tonight. The sprint dash is allowed. All of the dashes are allowed. I've got a hyper dash in my car, and last time I went to a race, I haven't edited that video yet because that was March. I just put up February's race. But in March, one guy lent me his power dash, and that worked really well. It was excellent. So I plan to buy, actually next time I manage to go to a race, which I'm hoping is this month, I plan to buy a few new motors. We'll see how it goes, and we'll see what works best. Excuse me. But yes, okay, apparently how it goes is that the junior class, the kids, I was just told like last time I went, they can use any of the motors. They can use any of the dashes, whatever they want. The hyper dashes, or anything's fine for them. Apparently, I didn't know this until last race, and I don't know if that's really true or not. But that's what someone said, so go with it. Maybe I'll lend Duncan a hyper dash next time. Or no, wait, I think Duncan's is a pro. I think Duncan's car uses pro motors, and mine does not. The difference is, if you don't know, pros have gears on both sides, so they don't have an internal drive shaft because the motor is powering the front and the back wheels from either end of the motor. But the regular motors have only a gear off the one end, and so it puts power to the back, and then power is transferred to the front by a gear shaft. And if you don't care about mini four-wheel drive, sorry about that. Yeah. And Repetitive says, he was coming the same thing. Why does he keep drinking? The sponsorship's already gone. There never was a sponsorship, and there never will be from Pepsi or Coke, probably. Oh, and Repetitive says, just saw the February race. It was a really good video. Love the jumps and bank curves. So did I. I wish they had left them in for us. Oh, I was still going on the motors. Right. My God, I'm scatterbrained. Right, so the junior class, apparently anything goes. The expert class, only the tuned are okay. I guess the stock is too, but it's slower than crap. So torque tuned, atomic tuned, rev tuned would be fine. All those would be fine. And then the open class, just about anything goes. Although there is one that definitely would not go. Wait, there is a dash. Most of the motors cost about 400 yen, but there's one made by Tamiya. It costs about 800 yen, and it is lightning fast. I cannot remember what it's called. It even looks significantly different, and apparently that is just not allowed in any of the races. So, but there's another one I saw. This one guy had. I think I showed it on the video, maybe from the previous. That'd be like January race, or was it December? I don't remember. And it was like a 3,500 yen motor, like 35-40 bucks just for the motor, and it is blindingly, insanely fast. And basically, if you use it in your car and you don't have it set up exactly right, you're probably going to shatter your car. So I kind of wanted to see him use it, but he wouldn't go for it. I don't know why he even has it if he's not going to use it. Yeah, so there's that. Did I answer all the questions from... I think I answered all the questions from comments. Do a quick reload and quickly press pause on the video, otherwise it starts playing. Yeah. Okay, that's all of them. And all of Twitter. Okay. Well then. Oh, I lost the page again. Oh, right, here it is. Okay. Why don't I get to my second soda, which promises to be a lot better than the first one? How's the sound, by the way? I got the mic set up, but I've also got a fan set up because it's just too hot up here without. Our second soda, after the disastrous first Strong Zero Pepsi, I have got something that's not guaranteed to be better, but I'm hopeful. Why don't I point this down a little more? Why not? Occupy more of the monitor. Of the camera, of the screen, whatever. That's better. Why should I just occupy the lower half? I can go farther. Because I'm leaning back. Okay, so what promises to be better, and I hope it delivers on that promise. Yet another Fanta, another best flavors, Fanta White Peach. You might ask, why white peach? Well, peaches in Asia are generally white. They're not different species, apparently. There's come in two varieties, generally, white and yellow. I was reading up on this on Wikipedia. And for some reason, white is more popular in Asia, and the yellow variety is more popular in Europe and North America. Personally, I like the yellow a lot better. I find it to be sweeter and softer, maybe. But the only way you can get that here is canned. Fresh peaches are all the white peach variety. And so is the soda. I don't want to... Oh, there we go. I didn't want to blast it off. It smells very peachy. Come to think of it, I have had peach Fanta. About 16 years ago. It's been a while. Smells like it did then. Sweet candy peach flavor. That is such a relief after the Pepsi. That is nice. How to describe it? Kind of tastes like... Remember how I did the peach pineapple and I said it tastes like liquid pineapple candy? This kind of does too, but in a good way. The pineapple was overly sweet. This is not overly sweet. It's nice. There's a bit of a strange taste, but I think that's influenced by having just drunk the Pepsi, and it's not a good influence. And these things just came out of the fridge. They're condensing all over the place and getting water on the floor. Joy, I do not want water stains on my nice wood floor. There we go. That's close enough. Wipe, wipe, wipe. Okay. Okay. Joseph, I'm sorry, I'm not sure which. Sam asks. Selected it. Why is it going there? Why Japanese always have a variety from one product, like Kit Kat? Where I am living, we only have one single type. Yeah, that happens a lot in Japan. People people really seem to be in favor of limited time seasonal products here. So just about everything has things like that. Like this is about it's the fourth or fifth new. Well, this was not new. This is a recycled Fanta flavor that I have reviewed this year. I think. I remember the Shikwasa. Is this one? There. Actually, I'm totally blanking. I know there were a few more. I'd have to go back and look through them. But all of the big popular chocolates do that too. You got the Takinoko no Mori and no, is it Sato Kinoko no Mori? Whatever. Kit Kats, they all do it. I've even seen Arrows and what was the other one? Can't remember. Arrow looked good. Wish I'd bought it. It looked really good. Now I can't find it. Couple others. The cookies I reviewed on Thursday, the Country Ma'am, they all do it. And Japanese people told me it's because Japanese people really like seasonal things. Personally, I find it to be, well, I like it and I hate it. I like always having an interesting variety of different things to try if I want to, but without fail, when I find something that I really like, it's guaranteed to be going away very soon. That's a pain in the butt. Like even Mentos. Mentos have a huge variety here, way bigger than I have seen in North America. And I've been having Mentos in North America since I was a very small child. That's because my heritage is Dutch, and they're from Holland, and so my grandmother would get them at the Dutch Toko, the Dutch store downtown Guelph, and always loved them. Excuse me. But when I was a kid, there were only 3 varieties: mint, mixed fruit, and chocolate. And I've never seen chocolate Mentos in Japan. But I did at one point, and it was the longest I've ever seen a limited time variety last, like could have been up to 14 months, was Acerola, which is a kind of slightly sour cherry. It's delicious. Loved it. Was really irritated when it went away. But yeah, they just constantly keep putting out varieties. I guess it's to keep driving sales. If they just keep putting out the same kind of stuff, people get bored of it. I guess partly it's that many things seem to have a shorter lifespan here. What I mean by that is like popularity of new things. Things get old or are considered old and outdated much quicker than a lot of things, maybe in North America. So I guess people get bored quicker of certain things. So you got to keep bringing out the limited time, new flavors in order to keep people's attention and keep them buying your product. And I guess for Fanta, it's working on me because I keep trying the flavors I find, mostly to put them on videos. Well, I'm sure I'd try them, at least some of them, not probably all of them, even if I wasn't making videos. This is kind of weird though. When I'm talking to the real camera, I've mostly got myself trained to look at the lens. Here, the lens is this little itty bitty dot on top of the monitor, so I keep looking at myself on the monitor instead of the lens I should be looking at. That's better. I think that weird taste I was getting is fading. I'm pretty sure that was influenced by the Pepsi. This is good. If you had a peach candy, it's kind of like that. Tone down the sweetness a little bit and add in the frothiness of the carbonization. That's basically what it tastes like. It's good. I like it. Not enough to buy it regularly. That's one of those ones that I think I'm totally fine with it being limited time only because I wouldn't buy it regularly. But I can still enjoy it when it is out. Okay, Erpatitude is a very frequent commenter here. My review on Meiji's Yan-Yans. The kids finish them in a hurry. They are cookie sticks, which you can dip in the cream that comes with it. Oh, maybe I have had those. I think I reviewed one, actually. I think I've done them on a Sweet Tooth Thursday, but not quite the variety you had. We had 2 flavors, chocolate and strawberry. I think your kids would like it. I'm thinking I did review the chocolate. Did it also have sprinkles in the pack? Because what I had sprinkles. If I had my second computer set up, I could check that. I was actually thinking of putting it here. I should have done. This is my monitor for my desktop. My desktop is dead. Has been for quite some time. It's down there. Well, I guess it's not totally, technically, completely dead. Oh, the microphone's blocking the view. Suddenly, one day, my desktop stopped recognizing my hard drives. Well, it said they were there, but there wasn't anything on them. So I think it's actually the hard drive controller on the motherboard possibly died. Because I took them out, bought a, an external mounting box, and they work just fine. So something's wrong in that computer. I haven't turned it on in ages. I hope there's no CDs in the drives. I better check that, actually. Okay, and Patadoob says his kids say I reviewed them. There you go. I did. I thought I did. It didn't click until you said chocolate, dip in chocolate. And you are not at all asking too many questions, Patadoob. Absolutely not. You're carrying the questions. Oh, excuse me. I don't know why that made me jump. I'm an easily surprisable person. Okay. Nettie's Craft Corner says, hello from Sweden. I'm 24 and trying to learn Japanese. It's hard. Any tips? And I'm assuming you mean love Japanese candy, but in Sweden you can't find it. The things I want to try darn it, the email cuts off. The email never shows me the whole comment if it's a long comment. So I've got to go refresh, and here we go. I can't find it. The things I want to try is in Japan, and buying from the internet is so expensive. Yeah, import stuff is always expensive. So when I want to get something from home, I either have to wait until my mother visits or spend a ridiculous amount of money to get it. Except maple cookies. Maple cookies are, well, they're about double what they are in Canada, but that's not horrendous. Yeah, it is. But I can live with it if I occasionally want maple cookies. Although I think I've only bought them here once or twice. What I'm more likely to buy, actually, is not Canadian. I'm more likely to buy Dutch stroopwafels in the import store. Love those. Microwave them for 10 seconds. 7 seconds? No, I want stroopwafels. Okay. So, yeah. Okay, tips for learning Japanese. Use it. Use what you learn. If you can, use it with somebody. If you can't, well, I'll adapt what something I have some of my more advanced students do, although you can do it even basic if you want. My advanced English students, I have them write some kind of diary entry. And my best student is 67, I think. Most enthusiastic student. He will write 1 or 2 diary entries for something he did during the week between our classes, less than a page generally, and he writes it in English about something he did, something he experienced, and then I correct it for him. And this has been he's not talking, he's not using the English when he writes that. He's not speaking, he's using it. He's not speaking English when he writes it. And speaking, using the English in conversation is the best way to remember it, or Japanese if you're learning Japanese. But still writing it out is excellent, because if you don't use something, you won't remember it. I'll get that in a second. And so, like, just choose some little event one day and write about it in Japanese as good as you can. I mean, he often he often consults a dictionary to fill in the words he doesn't know, but by doing that, he learns a lot of new vocabulary. And sure, he makes lots of mistakes. He's only had 1 diary entry so far that I did not have to correct anything at all, but the look on his face that day was great. I loved it. It's like, congratulations, you have written a beautiful diary entry. I don't have to change anything. I don't have to edit anything. It's perfect. He was so happy. Where was I going with that? But yeah, that'll help you remember by using it, and also it'll help you learn new words. yeah, I have found when I was, when I am, I'm still learning Japanese, but I would learn a word, never had a chance to use it. Sorry, never had a chance to use it, and I forgot it. I come back across it later, say, oh yeah, I wrote that down on this page because I wanted to remember that word. And when I looked at it and read it, I'd say, oh yeah, that word, right. But it wouldn't stick in my head unless I had a chance to use it. Like rokuro, which is like a wheel, like a spinning wheel, like a powered wheel for pottery or for wood lathing. They're both called rokuros. Don't have to be powered. The hand wheel, the teirokuro. I learned that word and then didn't actually manage to get it firmly stuck in my head until I started pottery class and used rokuros a lot. So I never forgot it again. So yeah, people say use it or lose it. Well, use it or never remember it in the first place. Anything else? Learn to read hiragana and katakana as soon as you can, because it's much better to learn hiragana and read Japanese in hiragana than romaji, which is the Romanized characters, Roman characters, Romanized Japanese, whatever. Especially if you can also get a good example, a good source to learn Japanese pronunciation. It's a good thing to practice pronunciation and associate with the proper character to get that pronunciation going as soon as possible, because being able to speak, being able to produce the correct sounds, you're more likely to be able to hear them correctly and catch the meanings more. If you can say it, you can hear it, and you can learn it faster. Natty's Craft Corner says, I have Japanese for busy people, Kana version level 1, but it's hard to study by myself. Yeah, I'm terrible at self-study too. If you can find a class, that's probably going to be a help. Oop. My phone is low on power. Yeah, I don't know there. I think there are some websites that can help, free websites for language learning, but I don't know. I just found one the other day and thought why don't I actually start doing French again and refresh my French, which I haven't studied since 1988. And I think I did the first exercise and never went back to it. J'ai étudié le français dans l'école 91, mais je ne me souviens pas le français. That's about all I can say. Oh, and où est la salle de bain? Where's the washroom? Very, very important question to learn in the language of any country you're going to. Hwajang shiro ryo, Korean, or toire wa doko in Japanese. So I hope that's a help. Probably not much of one, but yeah. So I feel like I should have brought a few more sweets upstairs. Now being a Sweet Tooth Saturday live review. The reviews went pretty quick. This sucks. This is good. I don't know. To me, this sucks. If you like Pepsi more than I do, kind of like like the author of Real Life, Greg Dean. Actually, I'm not sure he'd like this. He likes the real Mexican, real sugar Pepsi. He could possibly hate this. Who knows? But this is good. I'll have a little bit more of this. I really should stop drinking it, though, because at some point I do have to go to sleep. Better cold. It's warming up. Also, making my shorts wet every time I put it down my leg. Off-topic question. There are no off-topic questions. There are only questions of new topics. Really? Maybe. Are outlets usually that high in most houses in Japan, like one on the wall behind you? Oh, that one. Okay. Yeah, I've got the printer plugged into the outlet on the wall. Can we see that right at the moment? There it is. But no, that is not a... Normally you wouldn't have a printer plugged in there. If you notice, there is only one outlet there, and that, I think, is for a ground wire. That outlet is not generally meant for printers. That's for an air conditioner that we just have never put into this room. When we built the house, it was set up. Every I think every one of the rooms is set up with an outlet up high, ready for an air conditioner. And we just haven't installed one here because no one's sleeping in this room yet. Well, my mother has used it, and my niece has used it when they visited. I think just the two of them. And did I stay in here when I was sick and didn't want to get the kids sick? Or that might have been... No, I think at that point, Lilia was still small, and I might have stayed in the room that she's in now. I don't know. So, got a split AC unit. What's a split AC unit? I mean, I know AC is air conditioning, but I don't know what the split means. But yeah, no, it's set up for air conditioning. So, but since we don't have air conditioning in here, and since my printer is up on top of this computer desk, I thought I might as well plug it up in there. I don't know why. Just because then I didn't have to crawl around behind this thing and try and plug it into the power bars. So, yeah. Let's see. Anything else? Do I have any news? Well, I do have one thing, but I want to make a separate video about that. It's nothing big. Let's see. Oops, I keep hitting things. I have an airplane, but you've seen this before. Well, if you watched my videos for a while, yeah, that's the plane I made with Duncan when Kumiko won it out of a prize crane. I like this plane. I could take it apart and make one of the other sets that you could make 2 or 3 different planes. There are plans for them, but this is my favorite one, and I want you to leave it as it is. Oh, here we go. In the cardboard in the back. What? Oh, here we go. I was wondering when someone would ask about that. Is the cardboard in back the one you made for the kids to play in the stairwell? No. No, this is something totally different. Was this from last year? I think this might have been last year. Oh, that's 1 second here. I got some stuff up on top. I don't want to move the cardboard until I move that. Okay, just store that on the printer for now. Okay, it's in a bit bad of a bad state, but if we flip it this way, that's where Lilia would sit. Although she only did one time. This is a boat that we made out of only cardboard and the cheap, crappy brown version of duct tape available in Japan. And it worked. She floated in it. And the only problem is it worked too well. It was far too buoyant, so she was riding way too high in the water, so it was so unstable. We stuck her on this little stream in the park, and I just had her holding on to a rope. It's a good thing she never let go, because she would have floated away. Probably dumped it soon. But I pulled her from one side of the stream to the other, and then back, and she was not happy and rather scared. I got a video of it on my phone. It's definitely not on this computer, though, so I can't put it up now. So yeah, that's a boat. And actually, well, that's another video I should make. I have an idea of something I want to do along those lines, but a bigger scale. Just cardboard and tape. And it was totally waterproof. The cardboard never got wet. It would now. It's cracked and bent, and because we had it standing on its end in Lilia's room, and it kind of crushed because, well, I think it crushed under its own weight eventually, standing for a long period of time. But also, Lily put a bunch of stuff in here, like a shelf, and the extra weight helped crush it. So that's what that is. But no, the that ramp we made to play in the stairwell, we haven't played with that for a while. The cars just go way too fast. They're just smashing into the floor. I always had to put a pad down there. And really, yeah, it's too fast. It was an interesting idea, but maybe we should just put it back up and make it a slide for dolls or something. Action figures. Probably break their legs off when they hit the bottom. Okay. And another question, have I continued building the 3D printer? Haven't actually started. Well, I did. Oh, God, that was not nice. I started one night. Second part, I tried to pull out. I was stupid about it. Pulled up on the wrong spot. Instead of pulling up on the tape, I pulled up on the piece, snapped it in half, which totally bummed me out. But we were able to buy replacement parts. So I got replacement parts. Very freaking first set. I wanted to say a much stronger word than that, but I didn't break a piece. One of these pieces right here snapped it. So I had to wait for the replacements. Got the replacements. Haven't continued. So yeah, I really bummed myself up, slightly depressed myself on that one. But I got to get back to it. I think I've already received set 30-something. I really got to get going on that. I want to make it. I'm going to make it. Eventually. Okay. Yes, Rick Mercer had a video for competition. Can of similar boats made of cardboard and duct tape. Yes, I've seen that. I love Rick Mercer. I watched all the videos. I wish they would actually just put them... I actually wish they would just put the whole episode up instead of the individual bits they put up on YouTube, because I like his in-between segment stuff too, which they don't put up on YouTube. I can't watch unless I'm actually in Canada. Or at the very least, put up a playlist for each episode which plays those videos in order would be nice. But yeah, I saw that. But this was made way before that. This was made a long time before that. And those ones were made with, I think, a limited amount of duct tape, so the cardboard would eventually get wet no matter what. This, it was sealed. There was no exposed cardboard at all. But the seat's kind of broken a bit, and some of the seams are broken, so the cardboard would get wet now. I think that would still float even with a caved-in back, but it would start to take on a bit of water. But I want to make at least 2 different boats my size. That would be cool. Actually, it'd be cool if I could get enough tape and enough cardboard. Actually, I think I have enough cardboard, but it would be cool to build a boat of cardboard and tape big enough to carry my whole family. I like that idea. Kumiko doesn't. So she's not as adventurous as I am, or my kids. Okay, so yeah. I keep having a desire to drink more of that peach, but I'm going to stop. Too much of that peach is going to keep me awake, and my stomach has not been feeling so well today. No extra comments. In fact, when I refreshed, 2 of the comments disappeared. That's weird. Newest first. Oh, here we go. Natty's Craft Corner says, 今日はラザニアを食べました。Okay, that's good. 私はお腹ちょっと痛かったから、晩ご飯は遅くまで食べなかった。なんだったちょっと、チキンカツの感じかなと、ご飯と、ちょっと卵、フライと、高菜の漬物。おいしい。高菜大好き。Sorry if that was too quick. But yeah, 今日はラザニアを食べました。Perfectly good. But if that's your diary entry, I'd make it a little bit longer, unless that's the level you're at right now. Of course, bit by bit. Yeah, I'm not sure how much longer I'm actually going to continue. This is probably going to be one of my shorter live broadcasts, because I have been not feeling well at all today, and it's 1 a.m. I'm tired. But let's see. Repatitube, I came across this channel thanks to your recommendations. Oh, Rick Mercer, right. I used to watch him on This Hour's 20 Minutes when I lived in Michigan. Miss CBC. Do you miss it? Do you miss as well? Yeah. Well, I don't know about the CBC. I didn't watch too much on the CBC except for Rick Mercer. Never really got into This Hour's 22 Minutes. Although after Rick Mercer left, they got in Colin Mockery, and I really like Colin Mockery from every time he was on. Oh man, that improv show that ended up being hosted by Drew Carey. Oh man, why can't I remember the name of that thing? I love that show. Whose Line Is It Now? I can't believe I couldn't remember that. But yeah, love Colin Mockery. So I think I've only seen clips of him on this hour though. But excellent. Glad that Rick Mercer took his rant from this hour's 22 minutes to Mercer Report, which was originally called Monday Report until it changed to Tuesday. Or Patrick says, get some rest. Yeah, I know I should. But I got the day off tomorrow still, too. Yeah. Well, then, yeah, let's make this last call for questions. Anybody? And how did I lose? I lost the video. I lost where I was. Oh, there we go. I lost where I was checking for comments. Ah, 90s Craft Corner. I'm betting that's what this is. Says, about the diary thing, if I make a blog and write it in Japanese, what do you think? No one will read it though, haha. You'd be surprised. You could, people will, I made videos and I didn't really think anyone would watch them. I'm up to 3,257 subscribers now. So, you know, don't just assume that no one's going to read it. Oops. You know, there's an audience for everything. It might be small. It might be big. You never know. But don't go into it with the idea that I'm going to make this and I'm going to be big, which obviously you don't. You seem to have this idea that I might make this and it'll be nothing, but it'll never be nothing. It'll be something. Even if only one or two people read it, that's one or two people. You're communicating, you know, and you might you might draw the attention of other people learning Japanese, and then maybe you can start, you know, supporting each other online. And writing each other messages online and helping each other that way. You never know. Go for it. Oh, excuse my burp. Eric Kim asks, how did you get to move to Japan? What do you do? Get to ask that one a lot. I've answered that one a couple times, but yeah. I applied for the JET program, which is a whose line is it? Yeah. I applied for the JET program, which used to be, I don't know if it still is, but it used to be the largest international exchange program in the world. It has been pared back quite a bit since I came, but there are still people coming on the official government JET program. So anyway, that is a government program that brings foreigners into Japan, mostly to teach in schools. There are a couple other things like sports something and cultural something. I can't remember the titles of the job now, but most of it was putting teachers into schools. So I applied one year, didn't get in. But that was the year that the Olympics were on in Japan, and so applications were way up because people wanted a free trip to Japan to go for the Olympics. I didn't care about the Olympics, but I was so nervous during my interview. I looked terrible, and I didn't get a job. But I thought, well, I'll go to Japan a different way. And just didn't get around to checking into it, didn't get around to it. Finally, when I went down to the university to go in and to the Alumni Help Center and look for some other ways to get to Japan, I saw, oh, it's almost time to apply for JET again. Well, let's try that again one more time, and then if that doesn't work, look for other ways to go to Japan. And I guess they liked that I reapplied. And I told them that if I didn't get through JET that way, I wasn't going to wait another year. I would find some other way to get to Japan. They liked that answer. I got my job. I came to Japan, was here for 3 years, went back home, missed it, ended up going to South Korea for a year and visiting Japan 3 times during that year in South Korea, and decided I had to come back. Came back, been ever since, except for a few trips, 5 trips home. Yeah. since I came back to Japan in 2003, I've only left 5 times, and all of those have been to Canada, with one side trip to South Korea for 2 days. So, wasn't there a second half to that question? I totally forgot what it was. What do I do? Oh, yeah, okay. Like I said, it's getting late. I'm getting sleepy. I teach English. That's basically my primary employment. I teach English at a English school in town, and I have my own classes set up. I make YouTube videos too, but the amount of money that comes on YouTube videos is too little to really be considered much of anything towards my income. Yeah, I think last time I was on a live stream, someone asked how much I make off YouTube, and I said $30, and that was actually a bit of an overestimation at the time, and it has been crashing since. It's weird, you know. Subs are slowly going up, and revenue is going down. I think it's because a lot of the monthly revenue, which, you know, the most I've gotten for 1 month is $40, was from my curry rice video. That's always been my most popular video, and it was making the most money. But I think it's reached the end of its life cycle. Everyone who's going to watch it has watched it, and so it's really not getting many views anymore, and so it's not making much cash anymore. So my revenue's going down, which is sad. But I didn't start making YouTube videos thinking that, like, just as I said, don't know if anyone will read the blog. Didn't think anyone was going to watch my videos, and didn't start out with the intent to monetize and make this into a money-making thing. It just, that kind of happened at one point. It's just never been much of a money-making thing. So it's really more of a hobby. I would love it if it was more than that. You know, I mean, one thing I could say as a goal, I would like to make a living at YouTube, but right now my goal isn't to be able to quit my job and live off YouTube. My goal is to, which I don't think it'll be realized, but my goal is to make enough money off YouTube that Kumiko could quit her job, because she would love to do that, and so she would have more time with the kids, because right now she just doesn't get enough time with the kids, especially weekdays. So how did I get onto that? Okay, last call for questions. Tweet, or here in the question box, or on the comments. Last call, and if there's none, I'm going to sleep. Read that. Okay. Excuse me. Oh, no Twitter activity. Nope. Just retweeting a picture of Repetitube and his boys holding up delicious Japanese stuff in front of their faces. Retweet complete. I like that. Retweet complete. You know I'm getting sleepy when I start making up impromptu crappy music. Thanks for the live chat. It's as always. Good night. Yeah, I think I will call it here. And I will see you. No, I won't. You know, monitors are not two ways unless you're on Skype. And then it's not really the monitor, it's the monitor in combination with the camera. So, yes, saying I will see you is really kind of a stupid thing to say. You will see me on Tuesday, I guess, if you click on the video. So that's all entirely up to you. So, yeah. I'm getting too sleepy to be coherent. And so we just gained a couple more viewers for the live stream. Sorry you're late, but this is the end. This is the end. My only friend, the end. I'm not going to sing anymore, otherwise it'll be copyright infringement. This is not infringement. It's fair use, my friend. Oh, dear. Yeah. Anything else? Well, I could put a clamp on my nose.
and then sing that way. This is a clamp on my nose, a clamp.
Oh, geez, that hurts. Oh, that was kind of dumb. Don't know why I did that. Must be sleep deprivation. It would hurt much less to put on my ear, I think. Much less. Not sure why. Okay, I'm going to stop now, and I'm not going to take the clamp off until after the video is done. So everyone, have a good night. I will not see you, but you might see me, depending on whether you watch the video or not, on Tuesday, Thursday, and whatever. Have a good day or good night, wherever you're viewing this from, whether it be day, night, morning, evening, or whatever. Maybe in orbit. They get internet access up there, don't they? I don't think they can stream YouTube videos on the space station. That'd be cool, though, to have someone on the space station watching you. That'd be so cool. Okay, I'm going to sign off because it's starting to hurt. Bye-bye, everyone.